wanted to cover two things that happened over the week. We had NCAA men and women's championship games. I know, obviously, we're from South Carolina, so we had the buy-in for the girls when they were playing in the Final Four, but Stanford beat them.
The heartbreak loss to Stanford.
Yeah, so that was a little tough, but
the refs need to do their job better. That's all I'm going to say about it.
Congratulations to Stanford, though, and the ladies program over there. First championship since '92 for them, as they beat Arizona by 1 second in a really, really nice game too. I mean, Arizona had a chance.
That was a very, very good game. Very well played.
Yeah, Arizona had a chance to win that late and ended up losing by one.
But I do believe on that last inbound play, was it McDonald? I think was the guard. Is her last name?
Yep.
Had a girl open in the right hand corner.
Didn't pass it. Yep.
Didn't pass it because I think she got essentially triple teamed, and I don't think she could see her.
Yeah.
I really don't think she could see her or get the ball to her. But I felt like as soon as Stanford went to double team her, that's when she should have kicked it out and looked for a pass instead of trying to throw up that circus shot from 3-point land.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, when you're McDonald, I mean, you've been the player all tournament, all season for Arizona.
You were the one that they wanted to take that shot. I agree.
I'm not comparing her to LeBron James, but you are the LeBron James of that team. Like, she's going to, in that last second, she's going to shoot the ball. I mean, it's Kobe mentality. It's going to be her. Like, she's going to try for it. So, but I mean, Stanford lost 2 games the entire year. So, heck of a run for them. I'm sure.
All right, another very good program has been on the rise for the last couple seasons.
Yeah, they've won national championships before, and they probably feel like they're back. So,
it's definitely got to help them with their ego on that. Sense. So
yeah. As a South Carolina,
it's going to help the recruiting too.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
They've now made it back to the big stage. So.
Yeah, as a South Carolina fan, obviously, you don't want to see that, but
but I do believe the way they reacted at the end of that game. Going into next season, I do believe this Final Four loss to Stanford will be a big motivator.
Oh yeah,
for them.
Oh yeah, and
the Lady Gamecocks.
Yes.
Yeah. And I said
the way Aaliyah Boston reacted, I just feel like they're going to come back with a chip on their shoulder.
She's coming back one more.
Yeah. She's already said she's coming back.
But just the way I think they'll have a chip on their shoulder. It's going to
be their motivating factor.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be. I mean, it's going to be. I want the line on the amount of losses they're scheduled to have, and if it's 4 or more, I'm definitely taking the under because you have basically this whole South Carolina team that's coming back outside of Lee, and then you add in the number 1 recruiting class for Dawn Staley again. She's got 3 of the top 10 players in the country again. That team, I mean,
will be solid.
I saw an article that is trying to argue that South Carolina in practice will be playing tougher competition against themselves, basically, than about half of the schedule that South Carolina has in women's basketball.
That's crazy to think about, but I completely believe it.
But I mean, at the same time, like
I'm completely bought in on that theory.
Yeah, well, you got 2 number 1 recruiting classes in a matter of 3 years. Like, yeah.
But at the same time, I mean, I feel like that was the same thing UConn
was basically doing for 10 years.
Yeah, UConn's doing that for a long time.
Or even 20 years now, because I think Gino won his first one in the early 2000s.
But so I mean, they've been on that same train where their best competition was the second team, second string, the backups. Some in most cases, but I was happy to see Arizona beat them.
Yeah,
that was a very good game.
South Carolina's the girls are going to take that final score of the Final Four game, and it's going to be all over the practice facilities, the weight room.
Oh yeah,
it's going to be kind of like how Ohio State did for the Clemson score.
Yeah,
and it motivated them to go and actually win and beat them this year.
So
the girls are going to be extremely motivated. It's definitely, like you said, it's a chip on their shoulder that they're going to want to try to get rid of.
And it's the fact that twice this season, Aaliyah Boston had a chance at the end of games, once against UConn in the regular season, and now this time against Stanford in the Final Four to make the last bucket. And both times it was one against
just couldn't get it to fall.
Well, UConn was just short on the front, and then on Stanford, she just off the back iron, and it bounced out.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's within inches of being winning against UConn and now winning against Stanford and playing for another national championship.
Yeah, and that's tough on a night.
It's gonna suck for her mentally, I feel like.
Yeah, but I mean, she's 19. I mean, she's young. Like you're able to make that mistake.
Yeah, it's still gonna ride you though.
Just how like this woman's already averaging a double-double in the first 2 years of her career, both her freshman and sophomore years. I mean, how good is she going to be next year?
She is.
It's kind of scary to think
Either
about.
is
how
she
well
technically
she could
the center or a power forward?
She is technically a center. She actually won the award for the best center in women's basketball this year.
Yeah, I would be hard to find another center next year that's going to beat her out again.
Yeah, certainly. So, I mean, from a South Carolina fan and from someone that saw the recruiting, that saw her come in, saw the way that she played her freshman and sophomore year, she was better than Asia Wilson their freshman years. I think she was about even par with Asia Wilson their sophomore years.
So we'll see what kind of jump she makes here going into junior year.
Yeah, I'm interested because Asia Wilson's junior year was the year that we won a national championship.
She only got better.
Yeah,
going her time here at Carolina.
Yeah.
That's the reason why she has a statue outside the stadium now.
Very true.
Yeah.
Might have built that too soon. Aaliyah Boston might be better than her. We might have to put 2 statues out front.
Maybe.
Well, no, it's just the fact that she gave the first national championship.
Oh, certainly.
And all that.
I mean, she was the highest recruit. She was the either number 1 or number 2 recruit in the country. From Columbia, South Carolina, decided to stay. I mean, she changed the program.
Oh yeah, definitely.